Hi, this is Jimmy Brown from Guitar World. Today I'm going to teach you how to tune your guitar down 1/2 step. So standard guitar tuning is low to high, E, A, D, G, B, E. Down 1/2 step, which a lot of bands tune to, a lot of transcriptions you'll see, recordings you want to play along, it's E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, E flat, or some people refer to it as D sharp, G sharp, C sharp, F sharp, A sharp, D sharp. I myself prefer the flat sound because it's the same letter names as E, A, D, G, B, E, but everything has a flat after it. So how do you get down 1/2 step? You need to start by, normally you would do this. The unison tuning method, you would tune A to A. Okay, but I want to get down to E flat, so I would go to the 6th fret instead of the 5th. And I'm going to tune my low E string off of my A string. So okay, if I'm unsure, I can dip down here at wavering because I'm going further out of tune. Coming back up. Now I have my E flat note. So from there, you can use a variety of methods. Just same way you would tune to standard tuning, you could use the 5th fret method. Now you're going to tune my A string. I'm going to return a favor, so to speak. I tune my low E down to E flat by going to the 6th fret and then matching that to the A string. Now I'm going to go back to the 5th fret, play. This is giving me an A flat note. That's my reference pitch. Tune A down to A flat. Like that. And then same thing, I'm going to go to the 5th fret. That's giving my D flat pitch. And I'm going to go to the 5th fret again. Now this note is G flat because I tuned the D string down to D flat. Reach over. Good to scoop down from below. Come up again. And then same thing, I'm going to go to the 4th fret. But this is when you're tuning with this method, it's the 5th fret, 5th fret, 5th fret, and then 4th when you're tuning your 2nd string off of your 3rd string. And then back to the 5th fret. You should be in tune. Now I'm playing an E chord. It sounds like an E flat chord. I'm playing a G chord. G flat, D is D flat. Now you want to double check it. Use harmonics. This method here is slightly out. Sometimes when you tune your strings radically, or all of them, the other ones start to drift north or south. They depending if electric guitar with a thin neck such as this and a thin joint, sometimes the strings will go noticeably out of tune. So you want to go back and double check it again. So I can double check it using the harmonics method. 5th fret on a bottom string should match the 7th fret on the 5th string. Same thing, 5th fret on the A string. I'm referring to these strings the way they would normally be tuned. It's now A flat, but I'm calling it the A string. And then 7th fret on the D string, which is actually D flat, right? And then the same thing here. Natural harmonics method. You could do this again, or you could play the 7th fret harmonic on the bottom string. Pick your 2nd string, or do this, 12th fret, and then finally, there. See, I just fine-tuned it. Now I'm in, Jimi Hendrix, Van Halen, Alice in Chains tuning. Guitar is a slightly deeper and fuller sound, and strings are easier to bend, and it's down 1/2 step. E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, E flat. Now to get back, getting back is always a challenge too. I want to, when I did this, I went to get my E flat. Now I want to go to the 4th fret and retune this. So now I got my E back. And then from there, it's just use harmonics. Do this. It's always easier to tune higher and it is to tune lower for some reason. Now I should be in the ballpark. Back to standard tuning.